right? That's one why we see, because that's not happening, because communities see it differently than what you as law enforcement officers see it.
But I agree with that, sir. But we're all trained pretty much the same way, and everybody has their own personal beliefs. At what point in time do they see things in our light, and we're going to see things in theirs? Because we're not police officers, you know, all of our lives. Right. What is the community going to do to see things from our side? That's not happening.
Right.
So the bottom line is the community needs to dummy up and come out where we're at. We're here. Where are they at?
I couldn't hear the question.
I said the community needs to dummy up. We're here. Where are they at? They're the ones with the complaints.
Well, they're also, but let me say this, because this gentleman has something to say. Remember, we're doing another one tomorrow evening. More people may be out tomorrow evening. Community people, all right, who couldn't come today may come out tomorrow. All right. But getting back to this gentleman coming here, who raised a very...
a little bit off track. And if we speak about what is on that board right now, and this word invidious, okay, somebody can't go out there and say, I'm going to stop him because he's this or because he's that. Unjust. Okay, that is unjust. However, that word is saying that if we go to a call, 2 white males just robbed that store, and I go and stop a black guy walking down the road, that is invidious. That is invidious.
Right.
And we're getting off track.
That's right.
Okay?
That is invidious. We use unjust. Invidious is the unjust act itself. Invidious is the unjust act itself. And that's what it is. And that's what I'm saying. Right. Okay? So, but that's, yes, it's right. That's what it is. Unjust. That's why we use the word. That's why the word invidious was placed there by the Department of Justice, the unjust act of itself. Racial profiling is when a police officer uses race, color, or national origin as the only factor in stopping, whether felony or traffic, detaining, interdicting, or searching of any individual. And remember the key word, the only factor, which has to be proven. The only factor. Right? So, felony stop. Okay? Felony stop. And as you see, felony stop, basically those stops, based on the assumption that the person subject to the felony stop are highly likely to be the actual perpetrators. All right? Now, some studies say only about 20% of those actually turn out to be true. But the key question here, a point I want to bring out here is this. There have been cases when officers had to make felony stops. They stopped the vehicle, guns are drawn, and community people watch or see this, don't know information that you know. They don't know whether or not that individual or individuals in that vehicle is on the 10 most wanted list. They don't know that the individual committed some type of criminal act. They don't know that the individual, they don't know what the individual has done. Only thing they see is some observing. They don't have the information that you have. But yet, their complaint is why the officers stopped this individual, drew their guns, and they felt that the officers went too far. But they don't have all the information. Or should they know all the information? Until they should know also when you're doing your work, right? And at due time, that information can be disclosed based on what your legal guidance or chief guidance or so on, right? Now.
But the appropriate time is not while I'm during the
That's right.
stop.
That's right. That's not the appropriate time.
And we're in a nation of entitlement, and
right.
I want it right now. That's our generation right now. We don't want to wait for anything.
That's
why
right.
our internet keeps getting faster and faster because we don't want to wait for anything. And so they want to know right now with the guns out, exactly what is going on.
Why are you stopping me?
Yeah.
Right.
So just ask me, and I'll tell you later what I'm stopping.
Well, first of all, this, you're absolutely right. you know, the community want answers right now. They're not willing or patient to wait for answers because in their perception, they might something went wrong. Officers have to do their job, and officers cannot disclose all the information at a particular time, right? For several reasons. One is safety, right? For safety. So the comment well taken. So let's go to the next. Traffic stops. And I think that as the traffic stops, the definition there, as you see it, I think is self-explanatory. Any instance in which a police officer, for any reason, directs a person operating a motor vehicle of any type, traveling on any highway or road, to stop the motorist is detained for any period of time. The traffic stop shall include stops based on motor vehicle violations and criminal suspicion stops, but shall not include checkpoints or roadblock stops. All right. So those, in regards to community, traffic stops, the officers have the right to make these stops based on information that's on the screen here, that's described, right? And community needs to know this. So tomorrow night we hope to disclose this information so they have a better understanding of the traffic stops and why they should be done. As we get into traffic fueling complaints, I think pretty much we talked about many of these already. As I said, one person asked, why are the increase in complaints racial profiling? I think the first one pretty much says that community members, police are influenced by community members, police do not see the same pictures. All right? They do not see the same pictures or facts. And that's what's happening from their perspective. So because of that, there are complaints. Now, are you saying the complaints are valid? Not necessarily valid, but that's their perception. All right? That's their perception. Yes, sir.
I think a couple factors are missing from here that I don't think is going to be brought up in this session. I think we need to give credit where credit's due. Is what about the defense attorneys? Mm-hmm. They raise these doubts when there's a rock solid case that officers have put together, and the only thing they can attack is the integrity of the officer, as being racist or anything else, and that fuels the criminals to self-rationalize that what they're doing is correct or okay because we're just being targeted because of our color. And instead of actually get to the problem of reducing the crime and the number of criminals in the black community, so we don't have so much of it. Instead of giving them crutches to justify that you didn't do nothing wrong, you were a victim of racial profiling. And that's the defense that's taken up instead of trying to cure the actual problem. What's it going to take to stop repeat offenders from committing more crimes, no matter what color they are?
And with that said, I would basically say that members in the black community or any other community want the same thing that you want. All right? They want the same thing. What they did not want, they want to raise, the question is raised, okay, officers, we want you to do your job. And regardless of the race or color of that individual that you have to stop or you have to arrest, if it's warranted, you do so. But let's take a look. If the stop or if the arrest or if the searches is done in a disproportionate manner for one race as opposed to the other race, is there a problem? Is there a concern? And why is that happening? And that's what they're asking. That's what I think the community members or community leaders are asking, why there's such large number, disproportionate number of stops. And if so, how can we, my assumption again, how can we work with you to reduce that? All right? But if any individual, whether black, white, yellow, brown, or whoever the person's race is wrong, that person is wrong. And the officer must do his or her duty. Right? And I feel you won't get any argument from the community about that. But when they look at data that say that, hey, there's been such a high number, then what's happened here and how can we address this issue? Now, that's my assumption of what's going on. All right? That's it. Hand, yes, sir.
I think the issue,
You need the mic?
I think the issue is keeping the people that are repeat offenders in jail, out of the racial profiling. We don't profile people who repeat offenders that are out there doing it over and over and over. People walking around Fayetteville with 8, 9 felonies. We stop people, and most of the time the people that we stop, multiple charges. Nothing we can do about it.
No, that's multiple charges. Right? It's not your fault. You stopped them. But that's the issue. If these individuals are committed multiple felonies or multiple crimes, then my assumption, the community people probably know who these people are, and they probably want something done too. But as someone mentioned about the Constitution, there are the rights of the accused. Right?
Sir,
And so, yes.
my question is, with these two meetings you have anyone invited the media? Because it should be a triangle. It should be the community, the police department, and the media. Not to take pictures, but to actually be involved. Because there's some things that we all like to sell papers, or they like to sell papers and so on. And if I could add anything as a reporter or whatever, if I could add anything to it to get more people involved, whether it's true or whether it's leaning one way, it's done. And then one of us looks back. Either it's the police department or the citizen. I can pretty much guarantee most times it's the police department.